Everyone wants that big diesel pusher. They want the 450 horsepower. They want the dream. But what happens when that very engine that powers that dream is legally grounded because it might catch fire while you're driving? Hey RV Watchdog community, John here. Look at my inbox. It has been blowing up about this specific rig. People are seeing them on the used market for half of what they cost new, and they're asking, is the deal of the century, or are you buying a lemon? This Armada 44LE is a beast. It's got this luxury, it's got big axles, but it also has a stop delivery order from the federal government. My job isn't to sell you a camper. My job is to be the guy who brings the flashlight and the paperwork that the dealer might forget to show you. We're going to look at the exceptional stuff first because it's good, but then I'm going to show you the exact NHTSA documents you need to print out before you sign your name on that dotted line. Okay, let's start where the money lives. If you're buying a used diesel pusher, you aren't buying the wallpaper, you're buying the bones. The 2022 Armada sits on the Freightliner XCM chassis. That's a solid foundation, but the star of the show here is the power plant. You've got the Cummins L9 diesel. We're talking 450 horsepower, and this is the number that matters, 1,250 pounds of torque. Why does that matter? Because this thing is rated to tow 15,000 pounds. You want to tow a stacker trailer or you want to tow a massive truck? This engine doesn't ask permission, it just pulls. But the power is useless if you can't park it. This is a 44-foot rig. Usually driving something this big in a campground feels like you're trying to parallel park a freight train. But this thing, this has the steerable tag axle. When you turn the steering wheel, these back tires actually turn slightly in the opposite direction. It cuts your turning radius down and stops that nasty tire rubbing. It's a brilliant piece of engineering that makes a massive bus feel drivable. Now let's look at the RV Watchdog side of things. Inside you got quad slides. It's huge, but there are two things here that genuinely impress me. Number one, the Aqua-Hot 400D. This is a hydronic heating system. It uses diesel to give you unlimited hot water and central heat. No blowing dry air, no running out of hot water in the shower. And speaking of heat, the porcelain floors, they're heated. That is true four-season luxury. And number two, the master bath. It's a bath and a half floor plan, but the rear bath is a residential dual sink for his and hers, and room for stackable washer and dryer. If you're full-timing, this layout is an absolute winner. So on paper, it's a supercar of a home. It's powerful, it's comfortable, and it looks expensive. But we have to turn the mirror around because there are things about this specific model year that you cannot see just by walking through it. And one of them is dangerous. If you leave this video, remember only one thing. Remember this number recall, 25V-038. We talked about how great the Cummins L9 engine is. Well, on a Pacific chassis from this era, there is a crucial defect. The remote fuel filter hoses may have been manufactured with incorrect crimps. Here is the horror story scenery. You are driving down the highway. That hose separates. You instantly lose power steering. You lose power brake assist, and you are now wrestling a 40,000 pound brick at 65 miles per hour. But it gets worse. You have diesel fuel spraying onto a hot engine block. That is a recipe for a catastrophic fire. Daimler Trucks actually issued a stop delivery notice for this this very issue. If you are buying this used from a private party or even from a dealer, you must see the paperwork that proves this hose has been replaced by an authorized Cummins center. Do not take their word for it. Next up on the docket, the headache recall. Literally, the recall is 24V-607. This coach has that cool drop-down bed over the driver's seat. Well, the government says the fastener holding the overhead cabinet to the bed platform, they can fail. The cabinet can literally detach and fall on you while you're driving. That's an obstruction of view and a concussion waiting to happen. And finally, for the 2021 through 2023 models, we have recall 22V-949. The propane tank service valve might have the incorrect thread depth. That means leaks, and leaks means fire. I'm not telling you this to scare you away from this coach. I'm telling you this so you don't get played. There are verifiable facts. If the seller says, oh, I think that was done, you say, show me the receipt. So we have a luxury beast with a scary rap sheet. What does that mean for your wallet? When this 44LE rolled off the line in 2022, the MSRP was around $498,000. That is $500,000. Today, we are seeing them on the used market between $250,000 to $270,000. That is nearly 50% depreciation in just the last 3 years. Here's my verdict. This is a buyer's market opportunity, but only for the educated. The scary recalls have driven the price down. If and only if you verify those 3 recalls have been performed, you are getting a $500,000 drivable experience for 50 cents on the dollar. But if you skip the inspection, you're buying a fire hazard. We believe in showing our work, and I've posted links to every single one of these NHTSA recall documents over on our Facebook page. Go download them, print them out, and take them with you to the dealership. Now, I want to hear from you. If you own a Holiday Rambler, have you dealt with the failing cabinet issue? Drop a comment below. Your story helps the community stay safe and grow. Adventure is calling, and we must go. See you on the road.